Hi ladies and gentlemen, today is May 29th, 2013, and just a couple of things I wanted to bring up. The first, of course, is this entire Syrian situation. You might remember back a few months ago there was a U.S. soldier who, when he left the military, went to help the Syrian rebels. And, we weren't sure at the time whether this was a beta test or what, but the point is he came back to the United States and was confronted with the FBI, or by the FBI. I'm not sure what the end result of that was, if there was an arrest, an incarceration, adjudication, whatever, I don't know, but the point is they made an issue of him firing weapons for and in behalf of Al-Qaeda. And you know how I feel about McCain, all right? Our government has come out of the news now. This not being hidden anymore, that we're supplying the Syrian rebels that are Al-Qaeda. And now we have McCain over there. What's the definition of treason? Giving aid and comfort to the enemy. They declare these people our enemy, and now they're doing this. Our government's lost. Well, actually, it's by design, but I mean the Republic. This is unbelievable. They go after this soldier a few months ago, and now McCain is over there essentially doing that and worse. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, well, we know better, here in the federal government level, we know better. No, yeah, they know better. They know exactly what they're doing, as I've said time and time again. These are criminals and traitors that are running our country. And they're doing it at the behest of the international bankers and people like Kissinger and this is just, all I can say is, ladies and gentlemen, is this, with all of the efforts that the true patriots, the true liberty lovers are making, I'm not sure it's going to be enough. I'm not saying to stop, but I'm saying if you are pure in heart, you better prepare to do the best you can to get out of the way, because that's about all you're going to be able to do. God help us do that. These people are set on taking everything from you and your family, including your lives in the end. How many innocent people have they hurt in Syria and killed? And other nations. As I pointed out in one video, we took out Mubarak. Egypt's in no better shape, actually worse shape. Same thing in Libya. And now we're going to do the same to Syria. This is about killing for power. No other reason. This is pure aggression. This is murder. It's not even war. It's murder. I'm ashamed. Absolutely ashamed. A couple things I want to bring up real quick. I forgot to mention. Last week I was on episode number 427 of the Pete Santilli Show. I think it's called Hillary Clinton's Treason, and then some other information. Starting from there, actually starting with the one before that, maybe even, because the Secret Service came to him for he made a comment I wouldn't have made, but Pete's like that. He's kind of got, that kind of excitement behind him. He likes to get people on the edge. There's probably one or two before that you ought to listen to, but all the way up through at least episode number 430, where he has the families of the SEAL Team 6 members on. And that's what I wanted to kind of talk about. In the episode that I'm there with him, we're talking about a recording that he has of an operative who is like these other people that are going to come forward if Hillary Clinton and Petraeus don't tell the truth. And they are going to try to blow the lid on this whole thing about what Hillary and Petraeus and all these people, Obama, all of them knew before Benghazi, during Benghazi, and after Benghazi. It's treasonous conduct. It's our failure to, there's an old saying, we leave no one behind. Well, we did in Benghazi. And the same thing happened to Pat Tillman, and the same thing happened to SEAL Team 6 and those soldiers on that Chinook. We're killing our own people because we're afraid our leaders know that they know too much. It's like I said, we're not out there ensuring liberty and freedom. We're out there taking it from people, and then to cover our tracks, we kill those that we've asked to do these things. And that's a warning to all you people that are collaborators with this group. That's what they're going to do to you, because they're it's just like the mafia, and they are mafia. They close up the loopholes. So here we are. It's very sad. And everybody in the military and all the police, you're all going to go through this because you're buying into the system. You're buying into these people's lies. I'm pretty somber today. It's been unbelievable. All of these things that have come out to the American people. And yeah, they're a little riled up, but more because of the IRS. The IRS is just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, they've done wrong. They always have done wrong. I don't think the IRS has ever done right. The DOJ, the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, all the things that they've been doing to prepare for war against you, taking away the First Amendment rights of not only journalists, but people like myself. People just trying to confront the corruption that they see. Coming down on whistleblowers because they're trying to come up using the Espionage Act of, what was it, 1917? How absurd. And the judges go along with it. Folks, if you're pure in heart, I'm going to say it again. You just need to try to get out of the way. Stand up as long as you can, but prepare to get out of the way. I guess there's really not a whole lot I wanted to say. Maybe just this last thing. I did a little research over the last weekend, last few days, because I keep hearing all these things about people in the alternative media about, they're really these shills, they're really, controlled opposition, all this kind of stuff. People throwing dirt on each other right and left. One of the things about an independent people is that they're hard to unite. And that's what the bad side does. That's what the dark side does so well, because they do it under threat of death. You go against them when you're in there and they'll kill you. Okay, so people are bound together because their lives are threatened, number one. Number two, they're promised riches and things like that. So they have these dark things to bind them together. The independent-minded, we're not like that. We kind of want to do our own thing and be left alone. And that's our weakness. That's where they're exploiting us. And they do it every day. That's why I talk about the fruits, and not to concentrate too much on a person's mistakes. When they do something wrong, sure, call them out on it, But overall, to condemn someone over something that you read about them without any other corroborative information is silly. And even then, I wouldn't do it, depending upon how much of the fruits are. I mean, look at the mainstream media, how they mess us up and mess us over all the time. Do you ever call them on their problems, their disinformation? But the people in the alternative media, man, they're really quick to do it. And I'm not going to mention any names. You all know who they are. It's frustrating. So if you do consider somebody to be, a corroborator with the evil side, on a particular issue or something that you see, call them on it. Say, hey, what is this? But by and large, man, we need to start, looking at the big picture, and I don't think we're doing it. And that is our weakness, and the enemy knows that, and they're exploiting it to their advantage. Divide and conquer, even on that level. So what am I saying here? To end up today, there are a lot of things I could talk about, but just watch the news. A lot of this is coming out. It's real obvious that the government's covering things up, that they're trying to take away your freedoms. They're violating the Constitution. As a matter of fact, they don't pay attention to it anymore. The Bill of Rights, it's going away, people. It's going away. And nobody is there to stop them. Rand Paul got up and talked about this giving Al-Qaeda weapons. And, people practically laughed at him. So there are a few people that are trying to do the right thing, but the evil is intent on winning this thing. They don't really care what you think. So unless we can get together and act as one, which, Jesus is going to do it for you, right? Not laughing at Jesus. I do have a personal relationship with God. Okay, whatever you want to call him. And things don't look good for us. They don't look good for us at all right now. There's a vengeance coming. And it saddens me. Anyway, where was I going with that? You know, I noticed some of these commentators and alternate media people and people in the news and in the entertainment industry in general. You know, they use aliases. You know, they use stage names. Not all of them, but a number of them. And so people, you know, out them and saying, oh, they're really this person or that person, and whatever their reason for covering their previous identity up, that's their business. Again, I'm going to look at more of what they do rather than, you know, that kind of thing, although that's something to consider. But I want you to know that I was told by friends that I should use an alias to do what I'm doing. Okay? And I felt that that would reduce my credibility because I know who I am. And I don't care that you know who I am. I hope you look at it all because I have been a man. Okay? I've done a lot of things, good and bad. Bad I'm not happy about. Good, well, we'll see if it turns out. The point is, I am who I say I am. I don't go by any other, you know, hidden names. Certainly don't have any hidden agendas. I really am only concerned with liberty, freedom, that love of God, the individuality of the individual, the individuation, the self-actualization, self-realization, self-awareness, and the awareness that others really do want the same thing. The ones that aren't drinking the Kool-Aid of this evil enemy that we're opposing, trying to oppose. So I just wanted to say all that. Real deal here. And I really hope, and I'm going to say this one last time and then be done for a few days. The pure in heart, what does that mean? You know, a lot of people try to attach it just to some sexual situation. And they like to do that because then they get control over you that way. I'm going to put it to you this way. Pure in heart, that you don't have an ulterior motive for what you do. Okay? That what you see is what you get. That's what I think is pure in heart. Okay? All right, until next time, please watch those things on the Pete Santilli Show. I understand also Abel Danger, Field McConnell, some of those kinds of people. They're giving out some information on this SEAL Team 6 deal as well, and on the Benghazi stuff. A lot of people are coming forward with it, but there are witnesses ready to burst forth if the establishment doesn't get to them first, and I don't think they will. The question is are you, the American people, when you get this absolute truth that Pete Santilli has on this recording? By the way, he didn't give you all of it, but he tells you a lot about it, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. Hillary did give the stand-down order in Benghazi. They were doing a weapons deal for the Syrian Al-Qaeda, okay? And there's a thing about Osama bin Laden that he actually died many years ago, which most of us in this field already knew, that there was what they call a doppelganger on the SEAL Team 6 thing back in Islamabad. That's not the right place. Anyway, in Pakistan. Abbottabad, I guess, is the name of it. Okay, those are basically the issues. And there are people that know this information for sure. And they know that Hillary and Obama and Bush and all these people know all this information as well. And that they've lied to the American people and to the world. It gets more detailed than that, but that's the basics. So go listen to that. Pay attention to what's going on in the media on this investigation of Benghazi. The people in the Congress are going to try to cover some of it up. You know, they're going to play this party thing because if they bring out too much about what Obama's done, it'll also soil Bush and the Republican Party. They're all dirty, ladies and gentlemen, all of them. They've put up this two-party system, this false paradigm, to give you the idea that you have a choice when in reality you don't. It's one puppet master working both sides. Okay? And you already know that, I think. Wow, I can sure go on. All right. Hey, thanks, guys, ladies. Have a good day. Until next time.